Hi, Sandy here. Welcome to my room. Yeah, I'm real dressed up. I'm wearing jammies for you guys. So this is where the DreamBox is going, right here. And I need to clear this space and go through some things. So I thought I would just videotape this whole thing. And I am not going to narrate the whole thing, but you guys will see what's going on and I will voice over it. So I'm not doing like a live, hey, we're gonna go through this, because quite frankly, I want to watch YouTube while I'm doing this. All right, let's get at it. Hey guys, so I actually thought that I was going to take a long time going through these things. I thought that there was a lot to go through and I would be having some donate, I would have some trash, maybe some sell stuff. And, oh, there's my up and away stencil that I was terrified that I lost. But I don't. Like the stuff, I'm showing you my pins. The stuff that I have here is pretty much everything is staying. There is nothing going away. So there was really no cleaning out of the things. It is all basically just moving the things. And I am frustrated by the heaviness and I'm like, nope, I need to empty this out some. And I'm not showing you, but yay, the wall is clear. So hurrah! Okay, so a fun fact, I forgot to start recording when I was putting this together. But honestly, it was a lot of me holding up things and trying out things. Now in the DreamBox, they do suggest that little tiny section over there on the left. I put my little tiny section for the longer part right there underneath of it, and in the instructions it does have it on the other side, but I'm not worrying about that because this is how I want it to set mine up and the holes worked, so it worked. Now I will tell you guys, I was not good at actually videoing everything that happens. You don't get to see anything from the waist down really because your girl was not prepared. As you can see, I'm having wine and talking to Christopher. He is across the room. While I'm doing this, I'm taking the little narrow drawers in this narrow space and I'm trying to figure out where things are going. And I'm just putting things in as I go and trying to kind of figure out what in the world is happening. That is my light that I knocked off the table and had to fix it, and now it's in the shot. So it's just the way it is. I'm moving around my ribbons and things now. I am putting them down here at the bottom because I feel like that is the best place for them. And I know that that might seem weird that I'm putting lighter stuff at the bottom and I end up with some heavier stuff at the top. But I think with how I work, it is going to be the best. Because how this is going to work is I'm not going to use this little flip down that I keep flipping up and flipping down. And I'm flipping it down as I'm talking to you guys. This is not going to be my kind of like main work surface. This will be a secondary work surface that I think I will like turn around and put things on to dry. So I'm really glad I didn't buy that We Are Memory Keepers cart like I wanted to put things on to dry. And my plan is to get a sit stand desk where my table normally is, which is the surface that is in front of this DreamBox that I'm trying to figure out. But like I said, I'm making things happen. We're making changes. I am putting in all of the fabulous totes that came with the DreamBox. I did order a full set of the totes, as opposed to a half set. And then it's weird because I still use some of my own totes and I did not use all of the DreamBox totes. And I think that's okay. It's just the way things worked out for me. I will say that the DreamBox is on carpet. I do know that they recommend to put it on a hard surface. With the stabilizers on the bottom, I don't really get to move in and out. So it doesn't completely close because I'm not taking off a stabilizer and moving stuff all around. It's a whole situation, you guys, but it's fine. So I am actually emptying out carts, and I did not think that I was going to be able to empty out carts, right? Like that was my mixed media cart that had all of my glazes and things. And as you can see, I filled those trays up and I had them in the upper left-hand corner here. There, spoiler alert, they're not going to stay there. Things are going to move around. Now I am emptying out yet another cart and moving things around and cleaning out some things and just trying to figure out my life, right? I'm getting rid of some packaging that is still around. I hate packaging. You guys know I hate packaging, and yet every time I either do a cleanup or a clean out or I straighten up or reorganize something, I always find more packaging where I'm like, how in the heck did I keep that? I'm trying out different things, different options, moving things around. I'm just not exactly sure where things go yet. You know what I mean? A lot of this is me standing around just looking at things. I did create an embossing drawer, so all of my embossing powders and such things are in one drawer. I don't even know where that drawer is. I'm kind of looking. Oh, there it is. Kind of looking through the DreamBox, trying to figure out where I put the stuff. My room has been set up in a certain way for a very long time, so it'll be interesting to see where else this stuff goes. And quite frankly, I still have empty space in the DreamBox, and I'm sure after I work with this for a little while and move some things around and adjust some things, that there will be things that change, and I will get that figured out and we'll just do the things. I am also just trying to figure out different sizes of the totes and where I want things to go for reachability. I do know that I have seen some of these DreamBoxes online where people have taken off the desk, where they have kind of made it their own. They bring in other storage things to fit inside. Like there's paper trays that you can do and all of that kind of stuff. I do know that I have too much stuff all of my stuff will not fit in this bad boy. 100% it won't fit. But daggone, does it hold a lot, right? Like, oh my word, it does hold a lot. So you can see my sprays, and they take up a good amount of real estate, right? Like that is a lot of real estate that they are taking up. And I'm talking to my husband about this. Oh, and I don't know what the heck just happened there, but I'm talking to my husband about this and telling him, oh, I need to order another one of these because I'm using two over on the right-hand side, and making it work by setting it on top of a tote. And he's like, yeah, order what you need. Get whatever you need, love. Like, whatever you need. So I'm like working through this, and then I'm thinking about like, what am I going to put over here? What's going to go here? What can I bring in off of my shelves in a whole complete piece that will go into the DreamBox? And there is a lot of footage that I just cut it out because there is probably 45 minutes of me hanging up scissors and taking down scissors off of these hooks, and I just keep going back and forth with like putting the scissors on and off of the hooks that aren't even up in the DreamBox yet, so I'm talking to you about that. And I was like, nobody needs to watch me, even if I speed this up 8 times like what you're watching right now. Nobody needs to see that. Nobody needs to see 20 minutes of me just taking scissors on and off of hooks. Like, how ridiculous is that? But one thing that I was not planning on putting in here, that I didn't think I even had the opportunity to put in, was all my thickers and stickers. And I got them all in there, guys. Like my alphabet thickers, I've got 2 full trays of them. And then I've got the 2 full trays of other stuff. And then I also have my stand-up totes where I've got the 12 by 12 stickers. Could I have put them in a tray and had them stored horizontally? Yes, I could have. But I right now like those stickers and things stored vertically. So I just put the tray, or the like that down at the bottom. And you can't see that because your girl has no concept of what you are actually seeing on the camera right now. Like there is just, it's just like, oh yeah. So it's getting late. I'm starting to get tired, right? Like my wine glass is about empty now, and I'm like, yeah. And I just keep looking and deciding and moving things around. So we go on, it's the next day, and I still have really no awareness of what you are actually seeing on here and what you're not seeing on here, right? Like it's just not there. You guys, no spatial awareness whatsoever, but I do have my glasses on, so I'm seeing things a little bit more clearly, which is good because, you know, your girl needs her glasses to see. I've got the little pole over here that I did think about putting washi tape on, but I did not. Washi tape is actually in those other scrawny little dividers and totes on the right-hand side over here. I don't think you got to see me actually put that in. I think I did the washi tape in between the scissors, and you can see there are some scissors hanging up there, and this isn't even the final iteration of how I have scissors hung up. Once I got the bulk of the stuff in, it was really hard to figure out what nitty-gritty stuff was going to go in there. As you can see, I have my tool up in that upper corner, and I picked that place because it was light. Like there wasn't a lot of weight, and I'm like, yeah, that should go up there because it's light, right? Like that should be the thing. It doesn't stay there. I don't like it there ultimately. So we move it. I'm also going through my adhesive because I have this big tub of adhesive over here, and that used to live in my closet because I didn't have room anywhere else. But I did get to bring that in from the closet. Oh, and now I'm drinking coffee, so this is in the morning. So I'm going through the adhesive. I'm trying to figure out what's going to go where. I'm using the dividers. I'm sticking things on shelves. It's just a whole situation of just trying to figure out what the crap I am doing. Like, I want all of these adhesives together. I am taking some adhesive out of the packaging. And I'm going to hope that that will allow me to use it a little bit better. I've also got a ton of tape runners and such things. So I want to give away once from Thermoweb and got a hell of a lot of adhesive. But I'm like trying out different things, moving configurations around. There really isn't a lot of method to this madness. It's just a matter of, oh, do I think this is going to fit here? Is this taking up too much space? And then like I'm putting things over on that left-hand side that you don't even see. You don't even see the left-hand side because, like I said, no spatial awareness. Now, I did put the entire DreamBox together. Christopher helped me carry up some of the pieces. And we still don't know about his wrist. He went and got x-rays today to see if it's broken. The doctor said it's either really badly sprained or it might be like a hairline fracture. So he went and got x-rays today. But I put the entire thing together, even the parts where they're like, get 2 people. The only thing I had him do was there is a metal plate up at the very top that kind of screws and holds 2 of the parts together, and there he is. And he's like, oh, there I am. And there you can see with him with his wrist brace on. Because I was too short even on the step stool, he screwed that metal plate in for me. But this is me deciding, you know what, I'm going to try and see what this looks like if I put my sprays into these totes and take it off. Because once I got some of them in there, I was like, oh, this is going to take up a lot less space. And I will have more room for totes. Because sometimes you use a storage idea because you want to be able to see it. And I love the way that my sprays look on in those nail trays, but I love the fact more that I can have these in totes and I can just pull it out. Like if I want a red or a pink, I pull out that tote. If I want a blue, I pull out that tote. If I want a green or a purple, I pull out that tote. And I will say it is kind of rainbow order, but not even my glazes and such things, because I have more blues and like the greens and the purples fit together. This is where I am putting in my mini stamp pads, which is weird that I have these in the DreamBox because my regular ink pads are in a Calyx unit. But you know what? Like I said, I might change things around. I'm going to live with it like it is now for a little while, and then see how that goes. I really do want to get a sit-stand desk, because there are plenty of times where I want to stand up and scrapbook, and my table is not at the perfect height for that. So I need to figure out a way to get it at the perfect height. And then I need to drink my coffee, apparently. So I am just now talking to Christopher about how I have decisions to make, and I'm not exactly sure what the heck I'm doing. And here we go with the scissors. Like I said, I cut out a good part of the scissors. But yeah. The only cart that I have now actively in use in my room is my Disney cart, and I decided that I was going to keep all of my Disney stuff on the cart. I could have figured out a way to have all of my Disney stuff in the DreamBox, but I am keeping that separate. I just decided that that was going to be best for me, right? Like that just felt like that was the way to do it. Now I am like grabbing my last mixed media cart, and I am adding in watercolors and things off of that mixed media cart to go with my Brutus Monroe aqua pigments. I always kept my Brutus Monroe supplies kind of separate. And that was because I was on the design team for a couple years, but now I think it makes more sense to keep all watercolors together. However, I do not put my watercolor tubes and stuff, which I had all taken them out and put them in these, but then I decided to switch that up because I got these watercolor pans, and it's like, do they fit in this container? Should I put them in that container? Like, what is going to be the best way to do this? So I have them separate. Now, you guys, I will be doing a very, very thorough explanation of everything that is in the DreamBox, and I'll show you all the totes, and I'll show you all of the things. But this is basically just a glimpse of my process and trying to figure out what the crap I am doing. Wow, my hair is short. I got my hair cut a couple of hairdos ago, and it was down to like the line on my jeans. Like it was long, and wow, it's a lot shorter. You know, you see yourself on camera and you're like, oh, that's what I look like. So I am also doing alcohol inks and getting those figured out. I'm going to figure out the paints and how I want them to live, because all of this was on a mixed media cart that was off to the side. I'm also going to bring over my brushes and my palette knives and all of those things. That was also something I struggled with, where I did not know if they were going to go into a tote or if they were going to go into kind of a different situation. But you will be able to see the final bit of all of that when we do the DreamBox tour. And I will show you the entire DreamBox. Like, you're going to see all of it. You're not just going to see like the upper section. These are pixie sprays, and as you can see, I'm still messing around with shelves. and things like that. I actually have a box where I have some pieces still that are not in the DreamBox. Some of the very narrow shelves. I've got some of the tray holders. Got some totes. Like, just got some things that I did not use with how I configured mine. Now, I do know that a lot of people like to put tote covers on the clear totes, so you don't get to see what is inside the totes as an aesthetic thing, where they want it to be hidden. Me, I want to see my supplies, which is weird. Like, you say you want to see your supplies, but you got a DreamBox that you can close up. Yeah, I did. I've wanted one of these bad boys since when it was called the Scrap Box years and years and years ago. And now I just reached a point in my life where, like, we made it happen. This center section, I mess around with for a hot minute. I have switched things in and out of here a number of times because I am not exactly sure what needs to go up there. It's just a little bit of a struggle for that, right? But there are certain things that you can configure in here and certain things that you can change around, but then there are also certain things where you are limited because of the dimensions and the pieces that you are given. Like, I think I might have liked this top area to have the ability to have a long shelf all the way across. I think that could have been helpful, but you know, it's whatever. I am getting my paint in some of these totes. I am dividing it up where one is tube paint and one is the rest of the paint. And putting those tote kind of hanger things on there. That's just a bunch of pieces that I had. I did have a lot of packaging to get rid of and a lot of trash, but not really anything product-wise or supply-wise that I wanted to get rid of. The only thing that really made it into the trash was a couple of washi tapes, and that's because they were gone. You know, when you get a washi tape and you know when it's gone, like, it sticks to nothing but itself. It won't roll off the roll. The adhesive is gone off the back of it and it is now adhesed on the front of it. Like, it's just a hot mess, and I just decided keeping those couple little rolls, it wasn't worth it. So I think maybe 3 rolls went into the bin, which is fine, right? And it's not like they were new rolls. They were rolls that had been around a while. So I feel like I got use out of them. I didn't feel like anything really got trashed. So I still have plenty of calyxes and plenty of supplies that are not in this case. If I did not have my decorative stuff up in my calyxes and I really wanted to, I think I could eliminate another calyx, but I just didn't. So that is where I am going to stop this video, and then you guys will be able to check out the DreamBox tour, which should be coming up shortly. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.